A very good afternoon, students. So, we are going to see the module fifth of management and entrepreneurship. Okay, this is the common subject for mechanical as well as ENC as well as electrical. Okay, module fifth is related to the project management. Okay, this is the last module of a management and entrepreneurship. Okay, for all the BE students. So we shall understand what do you actually mean by the project. So the definition goes like this. A project is nothing but a scheme or a design or a proposal of something which is intended to be achieved. Okay, always a project has a time bound. Okay, it has the resources to be fixed. It is a time schedule has to be done. You take any civil projects or electrical projects, everything has a time bound. Okay, within a period of 5 years, you have to complete that project. Okay, these are the many people you need. Okay, you always have a blueprint of the proposed project. Okay, when to start, when to finish, what time it may take, what are the different resources that may be needed to finish this project, what is the economic condition for this, what is the money you need. All those is nothing but what? A project. A project can also be defined as a scientifically involved work plan devised to achieve certain objectives within a specified period of time. So no project is without a time bond. Every project has a time bond because you have a goal, you have a vision that you have to finish this project within a stipulated amount of time. So when you have the time plan only, then only you are able to have that. When you have the goal, when you have the vision of completing the project, then only you can finish it and furnish it. Okay, now the project may vary depending on the size. Okay, well, so what actually mean by the size? Okay, size is nothing but the cost and the staffing. Okay, what kind of project you have taken, whether you have taken a medium project or whether you have taken a very high project or a very small project, there is a cost. Staffing. So when you are building a small bridge, you need a less number of staff. But when you're building a big bridge, okay, when you're building a big dam, okay, that time you need a more staffing of people. So that is a what the size you require. Okay, then you need the nature, then you need the what type of project it is. Okay, it's a whether technical project or a non-technical project or the civil project or electrical project, what kind of project it is, a kind of nature project. Then comes the objectives. What are your goals of the project? So where you want to bring that project, where you want to finish that project, what is your place you have chosen, all those will come the goals. Then comes the time duration. So time duration, at what kind of period you are going to finish, whether you're going to complete within 10 years or 5 years or 3 years, and the complexity. So what kind of, whether it's having the complexity problems or not, okay, whether it's a very easy project or not, that's all will depends on the what? The complexity. And then we'll go for the now, for example, I have taken some examples. Building a dam across the river, okay, building the bridge. Then Modi's dream of bullet trains. Okay, he has been signed a treaty with China that this is the kind of bullet train we're going to develop. Okay, that is 300 kilometers per hour. And see, this is 300 kilometers per hour. Okay, this is the capacity of the train to travel. Okay, and what was the economic this one? What was the money to be funded? That is 800 crores is the estimated. Is the tentative. What you can say the tentative. This much of the money can be spent for that particular train. Okay, so which were the major things that the train would pass? That is Delhi, Mumbai, and Chennai, Kolkata, Kolkata, Delhi, and Mumbai and Chennai. So these were the different areas where the train can travel. These were the areas which were restricted. Then almost 18 bullet trains. Then Shinzo Abe, that is the Japanese prime minister. This were the treaty signed between these two ministers, that is the Modi and the Shinzo Abe. Okay, that will start bullet trains in India. Okay, then there are so many authors who have defined the project. According to Gillinger, a project is a whole complex of activities involved in resources to gain the benefits. It's a complex of activities. So no project is as simple as possible. Okay, it's very tough. It's very cumbersome. You may get so many failures. You may not finish the project in time. It may extend. Best example, you can take the metros which were done in the Bangalore. Okay, they are not finished so fast. It took so many years. Okay, the first metro station which came in the Bangalore was the Bailappa Nagar. Okay, so there it was developed there. Okay, then according to Encyclopedia of Management, a project is an organizational unit dedicated to the attainment of goal and successful completion of project on time within the budget confirmation with the predetermined program specified. So each and every ideas almost they are very near. So anything a successful completion of project within time according to put your budget, because you have planned the budget for 2 crores and it is going 3 crores means the project is not so successful. Whatever you have planned according to that only the money should be spent. So some more examples I have taken. There's a Bangalore Metro that is 2011 to 2018. See, this is the time bond. It took almost 7 years. Then phase one to phase two, that was the time taken. Then spending crores of money. So Bailappa Nagar to MG Road was the first metro that was developed in the what you can say in the Bangalore. So this is the project. Now, which are the some upcoming projects I was selected in India? There's inland waterways, then Gujarat Gorakhpur gas pipeline and electrical projects like Zigbee based solar powered forest detection and control system. You can just take the example of the the Belagavi, the Hubli. So different gas pipelines are put. Okay, the making of good roads for the people. Okay, so there's also one kind of project putting the gas pipelines. Okay, and putting the underground cables. Okay, avoiding all overhead lines and bringing a new project of what the underground cables for most secured distribution of the power to the consumers. So that is also one good electrical project you can see. Next, then what are the objectives of the project? So you can remember in very beautiful words that is nothing like SMART. SMART. Okay. S stands for specific. M stands for measurable. A stands for achievable. R stands for realistic, and T stands for time bound. Okay. So any project then it should be very specific in nature. It should be some constraint should be there. It should not be unspecific. So what do you mean by actually mean by specific? A specific means asking a series of questions like who, what, when, where, and why. So now you think your the project is to build one dam. So who is to build the dam? The chief engineer has to build the dam. What he has to build the dam? When, date, and time has to be fixed. Where is the place? And why is to means to store the water. Means you should have some application why actually you are building this project, why actually you are bringing this project into the function. That all you should have, and it should be measurable, it should be feasible, it should not go more than your tentative date or your tentative amount which you have decided. It should not cross that level. State the measures and performance specification. You need to determine whether your objectives are met. Then achievable, see that the whole team is active in achieving the specified objectives. Okay, so there are different engineers, there are so many employees involved in it. So many, for example, if they are building the diamonds, there are so many structural engineers, there are so many civil engineers, there are so many mechanical engineers, electrical engineers. Then different staffs are needed. So all those have to work in hand for the well functioning of the project. Then realistic it should be there. Team of project should have confidence and belief in achieving those targets. It should be realistic. It should not be unrealistic in feel. It should give a realistic feel. Then always any project has a starting and closing of the project. Next will come what are the characteristics of a project? Or a single definable purpose and item or the result. Okay, it should be single once if it is decided, it should not be always changing. It should be single definable or the result. Every project is unique. So to do a innovation, do not repeat the same one. It is a one-time activity. So it is not a repeated activity. Once you have decided, you should achieve it. You should propagate it. Okay, projects project are temporary activities. Once the project is over within a deadline, Further, the project cannot be taken up. Once it is finished, it is finished. So it is a temporary activity. You have decided for 5 years to build a project. So 5 years, if it is over, means it is over. It is not a permanent activity. Then you have to start a new innovative project. So project cut across organization lines. What do you mean by this? I mean, various talents from other organizations. So the different the BE candidates who have opted the civil engineering or the different electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, different talents have come and they will build one project. They take a vote when undertaking a project. What's the vote? That scrutiny committee will be there. They will judge the project, whether good kind of materials are used. So they are building one roads, means whether good material, good kind of cement is being used or not, good kind of sand is used or not, good kind of water is on. All the materials in proper proportions are not. So they are going to judge. The scrutiny committee will be there. A project is a process of working to achieve the goal. It is a life cycle. Next, how to identify the project? So, which are the different where you can identify the project? Project identification, it is a crucial step in the business. So, where what kind of project I am going to do? What kind of place I am going to choose? How many people are needed? What is the economic condition of my project? So, all those the deciding, identifying is a very crucial and a very major task. Is concerned with collection of economic data, compiling and analyzing it to identify the possibility of investment to produce goods or services for making the profit. So any project you identify, you always make it as a profit. So what all you collect, will collect the economic data. What kind of economic feasibility may be there? What kind of product I am going to do? Okay, how to identify the possibility of investment you are going to choose. According to the Peter Drucker, he said there are additive opportunities. What is additive opportunity? Utilizing existing resources without any change in the business. There is no risk at all. Example, 3D printing. If you start a Xerox, there is no any much risk involved in it. So that is called as what? The additive opportunities, where there is no much risk at all. Okay, that kind of business which you do, that is called as the additive opportunities. Complementary opportunities. What do you mean by complementary opportunities? It involves new ideas and cause some changes in business. It involves a little risk. So some kind of risk is involved. See, it is just like complementary. So as and when the samosa and potato, torch and battery, cars and petrol, shoes and polish. As the cars are more increasing in our country or in any other country, so the petrol rate is also has been increased. So everybody opts to buy a car. So the petrol rate is also increasing. As the fancy for wearing the shoes in different styles is increasing, so the polish rate also has been increasing. As there is a crazy to eat more samosa, so the rate of potato is also increasing. So the complementary. If one is increasing, other is also increasing. Next comes breakthrough opportunities. So what do you mean by breakthrough opportunity? It involves a fundamental change of both characteristics and structural business in the character as well as in the structure. So it involves higher risk. Example, iPhones. To manufacture the iPhones, to develop any new kind of emerging technology or emerging products. So it involves usually high kind of risk. So these are the what three different opportunities. Like first one was you additive opportunities. Second one complementary. If one is increasing, other is also increasing. Third one is breakthrough opportunities. Next one, ways to identify a project. First one comes is the observations. What do you mean by observing? Observation of existing products. Best use of skills to convert plans into ideas. Okay, you are observing the slowly the existing products. What kind of new things I can put in this existing products? Okay, best use of skills to convert plans into ideas. Your dreams into reality. You are make the available resources wherever there is a scarcity, bring the replenishment of the same resources and make it a successful resource. So there's a slowly a deep observation of the thing. Then trades and professional magazines. There are some, for example, if you take the Electrical India, one of the electrical magazine, it gives you all the greatest information of all the electrical products which are going in advance, which are coming in advance. Okay, what kind of new products you can add. So what kind of any new labs you can set up. All those statistics, demand, supply, and market opportunity all will be highlighted. Then third one is bulletins of research institutions. So in some research institutions or in their website, they will be highlighted. So these are the new publications to be taken out. These are the new patents that can be developed. So this is the research and development bulletins you can put it out. Then fourth one is government resource. There are some government agencies, some government publications. What are the new patents? For example, KCST projects which you see in engineering field, just to innovate or just to help motivate the students. They develop the KCST projects. Okay, so that is also one kind of a project where you can establish. Next one is the project identification. What are different steps? So first step is identifying new ideas for new ventures. Always you see in search of new good ideas. What kind of good ideas you can develop? What are the different kind of resources you can develop? Okay, then opportunities can be identified by the methods like new trends in market, market survey, is feasibility study, economic study. Okay, the different feasibilities you will study. Okay, different surveys you make. Okay, then selecting the feasible ideas among so many ideas. See, you have so 10 ideas among you to start your company or industry. Among those 10 ideas, you're going to choose what one in the one idea, and you will furnish with that developed idea only. Then you will bring some technology breakouts through R&D development. You will go in the research and development and start the new product. Then collection, compliance, analysis of relevant data. Okay, you will compile it, you will make it a feasible, you will collect all the necessary data for furnishing it. Then identifying the characteristics of the project. What are the best characteristics of any project to furnish or to launch or to develop? Then identifying internal and external factors with the project idea. What are the internal factors and what are the external factors? So some internal ideas are unrealistic and impractical. Project ideas, lack of professionalism, shortage of resource. These are the internal this one factors, which is bringing you down. So unrealistic and impractical ideas will not make you the project fine. And lack of professionalism, if not there, means you cannot bring the ideas. Then shortage of the resource. Then what are the external ideas? The cumbersome documentation and procedures of banks and financial. If you want to start any project, means there will be some provisional registration, permanent registration, and you have to pay some loans for the banks. You have to pay some taxes for the government agencies or government. There are some government policies. If you want to start an electrical industry, it is followed by rules and regulations. All those are what the external factors. Then adverse reaction on the society. If you have started any thermal power plant, if the project is going on, so there are most of the adverse effects on the atmosphere. If the nuclear power plant is developed in Kaiga, means there is having the external problems or external problem factors like what you can say, the problem on the human beings, problem on the aquatic life. Okay, there's all the different problems will be there. So these were the some things I wanted to discuss in the project identification of the fifth module. So some more concepts I'll be discussing in my next video. So please support and watch this video, and you may subscribe my channel in more in number. This will really help you. Hope you will enjoy the session, and thank you for joining this beautiful video.